Hola, hola, nerds. Welcome to a video. I'm just using this because it's the only image I could get offline. Just some explanation as to why there's not a lot of videos recently is because, my computer, like, died and I have, like, a backup one right now. And I'm trying to fix the old one, and I'm pretty sure I can. It's just gonna take a bit more. And Donny's gonna edit some like of the episodes of the Cyber Saga, so go sub to him. He's Finn Shamrock in the description. Alright, now let's get to what this video is actually about. Alright, so basically, in short, I'm gonna just real quick review, like give a bullet point, like little tiny review of each episode of Super so far, up to 68, episode 68, going through every arc and every episode. So, yeah, here we go. Alright, so starting off, we got the Battle of Gods arc. Starting with episode 1, who will win the 100 million Zenny peace reward goes to where Goku's farming, and Mr. Satan does his thing, and the first Super Saiyan appearance is in there, and Goku gets a ton of money in the end, basically. It's an okay episode. I mean, it's the Catalyst episode, so, whatever. Onward to a promised resort. Vegeta goes on a family trip. Vegeta goes on a family trip is a really funny episode. It is a fun episode, especially for Vegeta. He gets some character development, and he goes out with Bulma and Trunks out to this resort where it's just a really funny family episode, just catching up with Vegeta in the new series. Episode 3, where does the dream continue? The search for the Super Saiyan God. So in the past few episodes, there's been some hints to Beerus, and it's the introduction, really, to Beerus and Whis. They are looking for this Super Saiyan God, as foretold by a oracle fish. This episode is okay. I don't really remember it that much, but, aim for the Dragon Balls, peel off gang's grand strategy. This episode is okay-ish. I mean, it's fine, but, like, why is the peel-off gang there? Goku's still training on King Kai's planet. Showdown on King Kai's planet. Goku versus God of Destruction Beerus. It is literally a few minutes from the movie stretched out into an entire episode with terrible animation. Dude, like, just skip the episode. Don't anger the God of Destruction, the heart-pounding birthday party. This is a pretty funny episode, I guess. I think this is the one with the rock paper scissors. And the next one is How Dare You Hit My Bulma, Vegeta's furious mutation. It's not actually a mutation. Everyone was hoping Super Saiyan 3, but it is not. It's just a stronger version of Super Saiyan 2, I guess. It's the Z Fighters trying to get Beerus, they're trying to fight him, but they can't. They really just can't. They don't stand a chance. And that's the My Bulma episode, so it's okay. Goku steps up, the last chance from Lord Beerus, and yeah, that's I think no, that's next episode, but yeah, this is the rock paper scissors episode where Goku comes in and they're just kind of trying to stop Beerus from blowing up the planet and whatever. It's not really memorable. Okay, the next episode is Sorry for the Wait, Lord Beerus. Finally, Super Saiyan God is born. This is the Super Saiyan God transformation episode. There's not much that happens really besides that. Um, but it's actually a pretty okay episode. It made a much better transformation from the movie, I think. But yeah, that's what I remember from it. Show me, Goku, the power of a Super Saiyan God, episode 10. After successfully becoming a Super Saiyan God, Goku challenges Beerus to another fight. What happens is he's actually finally on par with Beerus, and the fight starts, the Battle of the Gods. Episode 11, let's keep going, Lord Beerus. The Battle of Gods continues. Praised for being one of the best episodes in the arc. It is the showdown between Goku and Beerus, each showing their, like, absolute trying to show their superiority, but Beerus is actually just playing with Goku, kind of training him so he can have a real fight. And it's a really good episode, action-packed, choreography's on point, really fun ideas. Yeah, it's pretty good. The universe crumbles, clash, the God of Destruction versus Super Saiyan God, episode 12. It's just a continuation of episode 11, but it's not necessarily as good because there's too many, like, screaming and power-ups. I mean, like, it's good to have those, but it's not good to repeat them over and over just to pass time. Episode 13, Go surpass Super Saiyan God. Goku goes back into his normal Super Saiyan form, and it has like an homage to the movie, the hero flow scene with the fight in the sky. It kind of has the same. It tries to do the same thing, but in space, and it's pretty okay. Um, this is every last bit of my power. The battle of gods concludes. This is when basically Goku loses the fight, although he tries to never give up. But he's pushed down to the earth multiple times. And yeah, um Beerus pretends to fall asleep at the end instead of just like destroying part of Earth. I kind of like the part, the thing where he's like, "There, I destroyed Earth" in the movie, but whatever. Good enough. It's I like how he fell asleep, but still, I like when he's just like, "There, I destroyed Earth." Part of it, at least. Moving on to the next arc. Alright, the Resurrection F arc. The absolute worst arc in Dragon Ball Super, if you do not count filler. If you do, that is the Potafo, the Potafu arc. So those 3 episodes with Copy Vegeta. That's just ugh. But here we go. We're gonna start with episode 15. We are doing the filler. Heroic Satan cause a miracle, a challenge from outer space. This episode is actually really funny because it includes Super Saiyan, Mr. Satan. It's just, uh, I love it when Mr. Satan was like, I defeated Beerus, the fake Beerus, and Zoe is being weird. Zoe, you're Beerus, but you're white. Um, Episode 16, Vegeta becomes a pupil, take down Whis. Okay, this one's pretty funny. This is great because Vegeta's just trying to like get Whis to like any of his food, and he's trying to just get him to train. He's like, please, please. And there's like one point where he's like cracking eggs, and a chicken pops out. Not a chicken, but a chick from an egg. It's really funny. Okay. And Pan is born, and Goku goes off on a training journey. It's like a time skip to where Pan is born, Gohan and Videl's child. Okay. Um, and she's super cute, and it's nice. And Goku busts through a wall like, "What did you say? Vegeta's training with Whis." This was one of my favorite episodes of Dragon Ball Super originally, even though it was filler. It's great. Okay. I've come to training begins on Beerus's planet. This is also an absolute favorite because Goku finally gets to like see what Beerus's training is like, or not Beerus, but like Whis, because it's said Beerus's planet, and it's really funny to see how Goku and like Vegeta they try to change Beerus's bed sheets while he's asleep and not wake him up so he doesn't destroy anything. It's great. Despair once more. Revival of the evil Emperor Frieza. This episode is okay. It's kind of forgettable. Warning from Jocko. Okay, this is where Jocko's introduced, and he's a pretty funny character. He's the best character of the Resurrection F arc. Okay, Frieza's just kind of um it's not as good as the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Pilaf and gang. It's still not explained why they're there. Warning from Jocko, Frieza. Okay, 1,000 soldiers. That shouldn't be much. It's 1,000 Frieza soldiers. Who flippin' cares? But yeah, whatever. The revenge begins. The Frieza army's malice strikes Gohan. Um, yeah, this is the one where Gohan powers up to Super Saiyan, even though he says he's just not sure if he did it. No, if he could. I'm not sure whether or not this is the one where Frieza tortures Gohan. Next one is Challenge, an impossible rival. His name's no, an impossible revival. The name's Ginyu. This didn't really make sense, but I actually thought it was pretty funny how they brought Ginyu back. Because I thought he died as a frog, but apparently not. He's just like it's not meant to be really taken seriously. It's just kind of a joke. And it's funny how when Goku and Vegeta get there, they literally just destroy him. But honestly, it's not exactly that good. Um, the Earth and Gohan in dire peril. Come quick, Son Goku. Or Wait. No, Vegeta didn't even come back last episode. What I was describing is episode 23, apparently. And yeah, Vegeta destroys Tagoma slash Ginyu. Um, Episode 24, Clash, Frieza versus Son Goku. This is the fruit of my training, or the results of my training, whatever. Goku and Frieza go one-on-one. Goku wants to reveal his true power, and so he transforms at the end of the episode. Honestly, the animation was bad. It was terrible. The fight was completely stale. And yeah, it was just, watch the movie. An all-out battle, the vengeful Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why does he have another transformation? He even said he could choose the color. How do you choose the color of your, like, transformation? I'm not sure if he said that in the Japanese version, but I think he said something about that in the English version. So take that as you will. But yeah, Golden Frieza doesn't really make the battle much better. Goku versus Golden Frieza is never really a good battle. In Dragon Ball Super, in the movie, it's actually pretty good. I would recommend watching the movie instead. Episode 26, Amidst the Crisis, a shot at Goku's victory appears. Son Goku's counterattack begins. Okay, it doesn't make sense how Golden Frieza is stronger than Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan, it's literally just the power of the plot. But, yeah, it's just, he's running out of power, basically. The Earth explodes, a climactic Kamehameha. Vegeta gets to step in, and it's good. It's good. Vegeta it's not as good as the movie, but it's close. It's like close to the movie when Vegeta steps in. But they keep the time thing where Goku has to get the kill, and it can't be Vegeta, so he can't avenge his race. Even though it should have been Vegeta if they're gonna freaking bring back Frieza, but whatever. And yeah, that is it for Resurrection F. Ah! The mosquito's back! What the fudge? Okay, I think... Okay, now I actually killed it. Oh shoot, it's still recording. I'll keep this in the video. A spoiler on the screen for those who haven't seen it. This is the Universe 6 arc. Finally, some actual new content in Dragon Ball, not some rehashing of a movie. Woo! Yeah! Episode 28 is actually pretty funny. It's a really good introduction, honestly, to Champa, who was hinted in, like, the manga at first, and also in Resurrection F. That horrible arc. Anyway, while training on Beerus' planet, Goku and Vegeta meet Beerus' twin brother, Champa, with the angel attendant Vados. And it's a funny thing. It's just I think what happens is they like have a competition of food first of all, and then they start fighting, and the angel attendants Whis and Vados make them stop. It's a funny episode overall because like Goku and Vegeta are in big fat suits and stuff. Yeah. Episode 29. It's settled. We're holding a martial arts match. The team captain's even stronger than Goku. Beerus and Champa decide to hold a tournament between their universes to settle who gets to use the Super Dragon Balls. Basically, giant planet-sized Dragon Balls that have no limitations whatsoever. And you will see that they really do not have limitations in the next arc. Episode 30, rehearsing for the martial arts tournament. Who are the two remaining members? This episode is terrible. It is a clip show. It is forgettable, and it is skippable. Episode 31, to Lord Zuno to ask about the location of the Super Dragon Balls. Honestly, this episode's kind of okay. I mean, it has Jocko in it. Jocko's pretty cool. And they go to see this all-knowing guy that you think is just going to be one-off, but no, he returns later. He actually is important to the plot. And he tells about the Super Dragon Balls and stuff. And Bulma was going to make a radar, but I'm actually not sure if that ever got finished. I don't think they actually ever... Oh, they do use it at the end. Episode 32. The match begins. Everyone head to the Nameless Planet. The tournament between Universe 6 and Universe 7 begins. The match is going underway. So what happens is they go with Whis in this cube to this nameless planet in the middle. I'm presuming in the middle of Universe 6 and 7, and they finally get to see the team they are going against. Plus, Goku finally gets to see Monaka, the other guy on their team, that they think is super strong, that's stronger than Goku. Episode 33, Be Surprised, Universe 6. This is Super Saiyan Son Goku. That's a lot of S's. The first match is Goku versus Botamo. And basically Goku versus Winnie the Pooh on steroids. Apparently he takes his attacks to a different dimension or something. But I guess it's a cool concept. It's just that he was kind of wasted since Goku just threw him out of the ring. I wanted to see more from him, but whatever. And also, Goku faces Frost, who seems to be a good guy version of Frieza, but then Goku, after changing into a Super Saiyan and dominating Frost, loses out of nowhere. Who knows why that is? Episode 34. Piccolo versus Frost. Bet everything on the Magneno Sapo, or Special Beam Cannon for you guys on the English dub. So basically, Piccolo tries to go against Frost that, oh no, somehow has this secret technique that beat Super Saiyan Son Goku. Oh no. And nothing was working, so we bet everything on the Special Beam Cannon, or Magneno Sapo. And well, basically he does all these old techniques that are like throwbacks to like Dragon Ball, but in the end it doesn't even work anyway. I think Vegeta Piccolo should have been able to use that and maybe almost and beat Frost even. I don't know, but the next episode makes up for it. Oh, Piccolo loses, by the way. Turn anger into power. Vegeta's all-out battle. Episode 35. Vegeta battles Frost and it's a short-lived fight. Vegeta punches Frost once. That's the real One Punch Man right there. Forget Saitama. No, I love Saitama, okay? But I don't see how he matches with a Super Saiyan god, okay? And then Vegeta faces Vegeta, which everyone thought was going to be a throwaway character, just like Botamo, but we ended up liking the guy because he was an actual fighter. He had these strategies of using heat and lava and stuff, and it was very interesting. And it even lasts another episode. An unexpectedly tough foe. Vegeta's explosion of rage. Episode 36. Vegeta is struggling with his match during Vegeta. And what is Vegeta doing to Vegeta? Basically, Vegeta, what happened is Champa wanted a, barrier around the ring, and Vegeta's heating up everything so Vegeta can't breathe. See, there's weaknesses you can play to even from, these super powerful characters. They have these really big weaknesses, but Vegeta ends up breaking the barrier anyway with power, and Final Flash is Vegeta. Woo! Final Flash. That's a pretty good one, too. Episode 37, Don't Forget Your Saiyan Pride, Vegeta versus the Saiyan of Universe 6, who happens to be Kaba. Or Kabe. It's not really specified. But basically, this is a really good episode because Vegeta's basically trying to be a teacher. After fighting him for a while, he figures out that Kaba's really good in his base form, and he doesn't know about Super Saiyan, so Vegeta basically torments Kaba to the point of him getting angry and turning Super Saiyan. It's pretty awesome. This is lots of character development for Vegeta right there. Vegeta's the real MVP of this series. Episode 38, Universe 6's Strongest Warrior. Meet the Assassin, Hit. Basically, what happens is Hit comes in after Vegeta shows Kabe Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan Blue. And then he just destroys Kaba in another One Punch Man for real. But basically, Hit comes in and he's like destroying Vegeta, and Vegeta's like, no matter what, I'll keep getting back up. But then Hit just basically is like, nope, you're done. And Goku comes in to fight Hit. That's the basically episode 38. I mean, it's a episode. It's not bad, but it isn't fantastic. Episode 39. Here we go. This is a lot of people's favorites. A fully developed time skip counterattack? Is it coming? Goku's new technique. Basically, Goku keeps fighting with Hit to the point where Hit keeps getting stronger and matching Goku, and his thing, time skip keeps getting better and better. But Goku has this new technique that nobody really saw coming, and as you can see with the picture I have on screen, after powering up for a while, Goku uses his new technique, Kaioken. Nobody saw it really coming. I didn't, at least. No way. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Jeez, that's... And Hit even matches it. He matches it somehow. I honestly like the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and think they should have put it in the manga, even if it doesn't. It's Dragon Ball. It's not supposed, like, the key control of the Super Saiyan Blue should be able to. It kind of makes sense that Kaioken would work. Episode 40, the conclusion at last. Is Beerus the winner, or is it Champa? The universe of the tournament between Universe 6 and 7 is decided. What happens is Goku jumps out of the ring because he doesn't like Beerus and Champa using them as, like, basically chess pieces or, like, toys, or, like, they're just the pawns in the battle. And Monaka comes in, and he actually ends up being the weakest guy on the team. Weaker than, like, Piccolo, weaker than, like, Gohan. And Hit instead just admires what Goku did, and he takes one. Monaka's actually the real One Punch Man. He one punches Hit right out of the ring, but Hit was actually just faking it. It was for Goku. I mean, it's an okay ending. Dragon Ball Super really needs to get better at its endings. The only arc with the only arc with a really good ending was Battle of Gods. And maybe Resurrection F, I don't know. But this ending is just kind of, it's okay. It's nice. Episode 41 is where they summon the dragon. That's just what they do. Yeah. And they grant, Beerus actually has a wish to make Champa's Universe 6 have a similar Earth. Basically, just the Earth, but with only humans, not like Goku or anything. And yes, that concludes a Universe 6. Here we go with some filler, episode 42, Victory Celebration, facing off at last, Monaka versus Son Goku. Monaka's actually weak, Beerus doesn't want Goku to know, so Goku doesn't lose his motivation, and Monaka basically, Beerus in a Monaka suit fights Goku. It's alright. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. Episode 43, Goku's ki is out of control. Lots of trouble taking care of Pan. Basically, Goku's just like, oh no, using the Kaioken makes my ki get sick and I can't control it well. And there's a really funny part where he, like, teleports into Vegeta's house, and Bulma's house, whatever. Bulma and Vegeta's house, and Bulma's taking a shower. And Vegeta's like, what the fudge, Goku? Why are you here? He's always trying to play with me. What the fudge? Anyway, guys, moving on. Episode 44, seal the plan. Oh no, episode 44, 45, 46. Skip them. They are not good at all. Anyone who says, like, that the Patafu arc, or whatever the fudge it is good is incorrect. I don't even freaking care if that's an opinion. It is wrong. Oh baby, here we go. The best arc so far. Not even an opinion, that is a fact, okay? Episode 47, an SOS from the future, a dark new enemy emerges. This episode made me re-fall in love with Dragon Ball Super. I was just, after that Patafu arc, I was just out of it, man. But, anyway, this just, I saw Future Trunks. I actually really like his new design, except they don't really explain the blue hair. They could have said he matured a bit more and his hair turned blue after a while, but they don't. They pretended the continuity always had his hair blue. You just learn to deal with it, and it's a pretty good design too. So I mean, some people like his '90s design better, but I mean, I like the muscles but at the same time, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look that realistic, is what I want to say. Just don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's all great. It's all great. And so what happens is it shows like snippets of the present along with the future, and the future's being attacked, and future Bulma gets killed. Zoe, stop! I'll be right back. I'm kicking Zoe out of the room. Alright, Zoe is gone. So yeah, Future Trunks, just at the end, it shows that the enemy Future Trunks has been facing is none other than a man with Goku's face and Goku's basic body, just his body in general, with one Patara earring that happens to be green and black clothing, who he refers to as Goku Black, the probably the best enemy, honestly. Hope once more awakened in the present Trunks. So basically, Trunks goes, back in time. Well, no, it shows. Sorry for the blank space right there. Oh, blank space. But anyway, Trunks is just still in the future, and it still shows things of the present and stuff, and they're actually learning about time travel, how fitting, and timelines and whatever. And then Trunks comes back to the present, all injured and whatever, and at the end he sees Goku and punches him. It's just whoa. But Goku catches the punch. Just saying. Um, Episode 49, a message from the future. Goku Black invades. So basically, after awakening in the present, Future Trunks mistakes Goku for his evil look-alike Black, but he isn't, and they catch up on things, and it's nice to see Future Trunks back. And then at the end of the episode, the sky splits open, and Goku Black comes back with the time ring. Episode 50, Goku vs. Black, or Goku vs. Goku Black, the road towards the sealed future. Goku Black invades the timeline, and Vegeta or Trunks was thinking about like challenging him to a fight, but then Goku's like, nope, early bird gets the worm, and he goes to fight, Goku Black, and it's a really good fight, but what keeps happening is Goku Black keeps powering up because he's learning Goku's like fighting style and whatnot, and the time rift that he came through, that he split the sky with, is like sucking him back in, since the like rip in time is healing itself, and he eventually flies back in because he can't stay there forever. Episode 51, the feelings that surpass time, Trunks and Mai. Basically, Bulma finds the Cell time machine and uses the notebook from the old time machine to repair it. And Trunks and Mai, future Trunks more specifically, and Mai discuss their counterparts from alternate timelines. Episode 52, Gohan and future Trunks. Piccolo mentions that Gohan decided to abandon his training to become a scholar, which surprises future Trunks. Future Trunks is just like, what the fudge? Okay. So then Future Trunks goes to see Gohan and gets to see his family and stuff, and he realizes what he is fighting for. Future Trunks wants a family, he wants nice things in the future, only if Goku Black had not came. And he envisions what it would be like to just be with future Bulma and future Mai, just laughing, having a good time eating, and that's really what changes things in him. Episode 53, expose Goku Black's true identity to the Kaioshin realm of Universe 10. What happens here is Whis is like, oh, his ki is similar to this guy, Zamasu. Zamasu is he's a North Kai of Universe 10. he is training with the Supreme Kai Gowasu to get his position and become the new Supreme Kai, because he is a fighting prodigy. So Goku comes over, and Goku wants to fight Zamasu, and they end up doing so, and Zamasu is completely crushed by Goku. But before that happens, Zamasu is having all these doubts about protecting mortals. Why do mortals get to live? Would the world be better without mortals? And Gowasu is just like, you shouldn't think about that. So he just says, okay. He's like, you know what? I think I can protect mortals, actually. You know, they might still think about it, but, you know, it wouldn't be that bad. So he keeps training to be a Supreme Kai. But then Goku shows up and defeats him. The strength of a mortal that surpasses a god. He absolutely hates this, and this will basically set how things work. Episode 54, Inheritors of Saiyan Blood, Trunks Resolve. You got to see the Super Saiyan Grade 3 from Dragon Ball Z in this episode. It was just kind of there to throw back, and then Trunks transformed into Super Saiyan 2 right after. But it was Vegeta as Super Saiyan Blue. Trunks first learning about this. He learned about Super Saiyan 3 earlier when Goku showed him in episode 48. I did not mention that, but that happened. But he does not know about Super Saiyan Blue or God Ki. He can't even sense it. He's like, this immense pressure must be ki that surpasses that of humans. And then he trains with Vegeta for an unspecified amount of time. Episode 55, I want to see Son Goku, Zeno-sama's summoning. Beerus and Whis are worried over Zeno's request to meet Goku. So what happens is Supreme Kai takes Whis and Goku to this realm outside of the universes, I'm presuming, which is Zeno's place. I don't really know what to call it. But Goku meets this guy that shows up at the end of the Universe 6 and 7 arc. If I did not mention that, the Universal Tournament arc, he's at the end of the Universal Tournament arc. He said that there should be a multiversal tournament with every universe, and he's basically the king or god of everything. He's the king or god of everything. So he wants to meet Goku because Goku treated him more or less as an equal or a pal rather than being like, oh, all hail Zeno-sama, do not talk. So he actually kind of enjoyed that. And basically what happens is he ends up giving Goku a button to summon him whenever Goku finds his new friend that he promises him. I did not like episode 55 because it set something up that I really do not like. Episode 56, Rematch with Goku Black. Super Saiyan Rose appears. I love this episode. Episode 56 is arguably the best episode in the series. Vegeta powers up and engages Goku Black in the future. Super Saiyan Blue should not have a competitor, but guess what? It does. Being completely unrestrained, Goku Black is able to kick Vegeta out of the way and hit him into a rock, even in Super Saiyan Blue, in his just base form. And then Goku Black transforms into a pink-haired Super Saiyan, and he calls it Super Saiyan Rose, or Super Saiyan Rose. He fights Vegeta, and he stabs him. Rip and dip! Anyway, then Goku goes to fight him, and yeah. Episode 57. Oh, and at the end, Goku Black is about to kill them with a Kamehameha in Super Saiyan Rose. And then Zamasu comes down from the heavens and says, I will not let you do that. You promised me I could kill Son Goku. Episode 57, The God with an Immortal Body. Zamasu descends. Zamasu appears unexpectedly from the sky. He states that Goku Black and he are kindled spirits. They both work together and they want a world without mortals. Mortals are disgusting. What set this in motion is the mortals. The mortals being bad. They stain the universe because they constantly war with each other and they destroy things. But the gods think the world is beautiful. They do not want it destroyed. They don't want it tainted with someone with a wrong perception of the world. It's a really good episode. It's basically Goku and Trunks versus Zamasu and Goku Black. And Zamasu's body in the future is immortal. You cannot kill him, no matter how weak he could be. Episode 58 is Zamasu and Black. The mystery deepens. Wanting to learn more about the Super Dragon Balls, in the present, Zamasu wants to learn more about the Super Dragon Balls. So Zamasu goes to find Zuno, the all-knowing guy, you know? But yeah, that's what happens. And not really anything much else. Not really anything substantial. Protect Supreme Kai Gowasu. Destroy Zamasu. Episode 59. Spears and Goku find out that Gowasu could be in grave danger. Because they think that Zamasu probably has some malice and wants to kill Gowasu because Zuno apparently told Supreme Kai, or whoever it was, what Zamasu was asking about. He was asking about the Super Dragon Balls and Son Goku. Or just Goku. But what happens at the end is Zamasu is about to kill Gowasu, and he actually ends up doing it, but Whis turns back time. And then Beerus comes in and basically stops him and destroys him with the Hakai move. Or it'll probably just be destruction in like English or something, I don't know. Episode 60, Back to the Future. Goku Black's identity is revealed. With Zamasu defeated, Beerus is convinced that future Trunks' timeline is once again normal. But although hesitant, future Trunks does go back with Goku and Vegeta just in case, but nothing has changed. And you finally figure out that Goku Black is Zamasu. What happened is when Beerus killed Zamasu, it created two separate timelines. Since when a god kills a god, it has to affect the time, whatever, like Beerus said. But what happened is since Goku Black already came back in time in order to make Goku go to Zamasu to make Zamasu Goku Black, it's a paradox. So no matter what, Goku Black already has to exist, no matter what Beerus does. It's really weird, but yeah, that's how it works. So Goku Black, what happens, I'll just explain it to you here. What happens is Zamasu, instead of being killed by Beerus, ends up. Basically, what happens is Zamasu. I think he escapes into the other room after killing Gowasu, takes the time ring, and first, I think what he does is he uses the Super Dragon Balls to switch with Goku's body, and then he kills Chi-Chi and Goten, and then he uses the time ring to go in the future, and he kills Gowasu again and sees his future self, and then they go use the Super Dragon Balls to make him immortal. And yeah, then they start killing off all the gods, all the Kaioshin. Why would they do that, you ask? Because they do not agree with Zamasu. But with all the Kaioshin gone, all the Supreme Kai, the gods of destruction die with them. And when the gods of destruction die, their angel attendant is still alive, but they become basically useless. They don't really serve a purpose anymore. They become like dormant almost. Episode 61, yeah, that's what Zamasu's ambition is, the Zero Mortals plan. That's what it's called. So they plan to kill everything off, and Goku gets a cool like power up in this episode. And it's awesome because it's the first time you really see Goku angry. I remember watching this episode, I'm like, finally, Goku is actually mad in the series. I was so pumped. And at the end, when I saw Trunks transforming, I was so pumped. I was like, is this gonna be Super Saiyan 3? What is this? Is this gonna be Super Saiyan Blue? It ends up being like a mixture that still isn't defined, which kind of makes me angry, but you know, whatever. It's basically super God Trunks. That's what I'm gonna call it, Super God Trunks. I'll protect the world. Trunks' furious superpower explosion, or I'll call him superpower Trunks. Well, future Trunks becomes this new superpowered form, superpower Super Saiyan, and he's actually able to compete with Goku Black and Zamasu. So then Goku and Vegeta go back into the past, and they talk about it, and they're like, "What should we do? We should go back into the future, but what are we gonna do about Zamasu being immortal?" So they end up learning the Mafuba from uh, Piccolo's like, "I can teach you the Mafuba," but then Goku goes to visit Master Roshi anyway, but the Mafuba ends up being pretty useless. Episode 63, Don't Disrespect the Saiyan Cells, Vegeta's heroic battle begins. This episode's really awesome. It has Mai with a sniper, it has Trunks with a Gallic gun, it has superpower Super Saiyan Trunks, it has Goku and Vegeta coming back, and then Vegeta trained in the time chamber, and he was like punching out Goku Black, just like making him like all like freaking bleed on his face. And it was just great. He was like, "Don't you dare disrespect those Saiyan cells. You're just a copy. You're a fake. Only the real Kakarot could use the body to its fullest. You just disrespect the Saiyans." And he keeps calling him a fake and beating him up, and it's great. Episode 64. Revere him. Praise him. Fusion Zamasu's explosive birth. Goku Black is overpowered by Vegeta, and future Zamasu is failed to, what happens is Goku Black just starts getting like crazy. He starts pulling things out of nowhere. He gets this huge scythe and he rips space and time, and he bends space and time to his will to make him make copies of him. It doesn't really make sense, but it's really cool to see on screen. Zamasu ends up escaping and going over to future Trunks, and he starts going over to future Trunks, Bulma, and Mai, who happen to be in a garage that Bulma kind of brought with her in a capsule. I don't know, but what happens is Bulma actually shows future Trunks like a video of the Mafuba, and apparently that's enough for him to do it, because then Bulma goes to distract Zamasu, but Zamasu almost kills her. Trunks goes out and turns into his superpower form, and he does the Mafuba correctly, and he seals Zamasu, but Zamasu breaks out because there's no like what's it called, a talisman or talisman, whatever it is. That's just how it's spelled. Zamasu breaks out, and Goku Black comes over like, "Your ki was disappearing. What's happening? We can't underestimate these mortals, Zamasu." "Okay, Zamasu." They're both Zamasu talking to each other, and they're like, "Here's the final part of our plan." Zamasu switches the earring, and they fuse into fused Zamasu, or merged Zamasu. Episode 65. Is this the final judgment? The ultimate power of an absolute god, or of the absolute god. Fusion Zamasu attacks Goku and Vegeta, and they are no match for the Blades of Judgment, the Holy Wrath, the Lightning of Absolution. And they almost die. One guy does die in this episode, and like the people of the Earth that are remaining are all like, "That's not a god." It's amazing. He has like this halo and stuff. It's great. It's just a really good episode. And what happens is like they keep fighting Goku, Vegeta, and now Trunks comes in, and Vegeta and Trunks do this family Gallic gun, kind of like the Broly movie, and they beat out Zamasu's holy wrath. It's great. They don't actually. He's so powerful. He doesn't really have to focus on it at all. But no, he finally actually he is just his ki got exploded, and he was extremely suppressed. They even said that he was just toying with them. He's like, all right, it's over. Might as well have fun with them while I can. Because all villains do that. Near the end, Goku's in a Kamehameha battle with Zamasu. The climactic battle. The miraculous power of a relentless warrior. I was hyped about this episode for a week, and I kept saying Vegito, 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 because Vegito's like my favorite character ever, and he was in this episode, and I saw the episode preview with Vegito in it, and I flipped, dude, I flipped. In the car, I screamed. It was amazing, okay? To see Vegito back after like 20 years, dude. What happens is, Goku is still battling with Zamasu, and Zamasu's Zamasu suddenly starts having this weird thing on his face, like half of him is not immortal, and it starts to like melt because of like the weird fusion with the Super Saiyan Rose, and Goku uses Kaioken again. Second time he uses Kaioken, and he kicks Zamasu to the ground when he's not expecting it because he realizes his face is doing something weird, and it breaks his like halo, his ring of light. And Zamasu gets angry and he starts like he almost kills Goku and Vegeta, but they retreat, and they're like, wait a second, we can fuse too. And Goasu's like, oh, fusion only lasts an hour now. Boo. But whatever. They fuse into Vegito. And this is like movie level quality right here in animation. It is one of the best like fights in anime ever. Oh my goodness. So short, but it's so good. I've watched it over and over again. It's just amazing. But then Vegito has to defuse, and then Trunks comes in, and half of his sword was broken by Zamasu, and it represented hope. It was done for. But he fills it in with ki. It's a ki blade, nothing new. Goku Black and Zamasu can do it. And then what happens is with his new sword, somehow he took the power of the other people. It's kind of like a spirit bomb, and it's not really clear what happens. But once you see episode 67, you're like, I wish this actually ended here. And Trunks, like, it's called Miracle Power officially, I think. And he's able to use the power of others and absorb it into his sword, and makes a giant like blue aura with a blue sword and the yellow hair though. And Zamasu's like half purple, and he's like, I can't be killed, but he can be because only half of him is mortal. And Trunks stabs through him because Vegito made him so weak that one more punch from Vegito would have literally killed him. It would have been the end, because that last punch you saw, it literally had half his face like melting off into gas. You could see it. Don't believe me? You can go back and see. It melts off into like this gaseous form. And Trunks comes and finishes him off. Episode 67, with new hope in our hearts. Farewell, Trunks. I really hate the beginning of this episode, because what happens is they're like, oh, we win, yay! And then Zamasu becomes like fourth dimensional or something. He shoots up into the sky. He basically becomes one with the universe, and he kills the rest of the mortals in the timeline. It's literally just Trunks and Mai and Goku and Vegeta, Gowasu and Supreme Kai. And it's not a good ending. It's kind of sad. It's bitter. And, well, what ends up happening is after Zamasu takes over the entire timeline, they call in Omni King or Zeno, and he's just like, a world like this must disappear. And they like run to the time machine. They go back in time, and the king of everything destroyed the timeline. Rip and dip. But yeah, that's what happens. And then they go back to that timeline, and everything's like destroyed. And apparently, in a timeless space, they can go and be like, "Yo, dude, want to come back? 'Cause the king of everything's just chilling there, like he did nothing, even though he just destroyed all 12 universes and the entire timeline." And they just take him back to the present, and they go make him meet his present self, which he ends up being friends with himself, just like Zamasu is friends with himself. So whatever, give or take. And then they have this pretty good scene with Gohan at the end, saying bye to future Trunks, and future Trunks is reminded of future Gohan, and it's kind of nice. Episode 68, the last episode that we will be reviewing here. Come forth, Shenlong, whose wish shall be granted. This is just kind of filler, and it's basically them arguing about who gets a wish from Shenron. And yeah, that has been my review of Dragon Ball Super up until episode 68. Thank you for watching, and now I will do individual episode reviews. Woohoo! Yeah, fun. Bye.